Alright, well hello there everyone. Welcome back to Raft. As you can see, we are still here pulled up right next to kind of our mini Temperance island here. I really haven't been able to do a whole lot on our raft yet, because, you know, I wanted us to be able to go do our little bit of exploration possible there, before we moved on and set sail again. I wanted you all to be with me when we go do that. And we just kind of ran out of time last time after actually finishing off our Temperance exploration. So yeah, we're gonna kick things off today with checking out this little island and then see if we can finally actually get our raft underway and out of all of this ice field that we were struggling to do last time. I think basically all that I've really done is just put a few more supplies away. You'll notice that our paint mixer is gone. I've started trying to figure out where we might put some more little paint tumblers on the raft. I still haven't nailed that down yet, but maybe we will work on that a little bit more today. But for now, let's hop right ashore. If you can call this a shore, since it's really just an ice field. Now that is some wacky looking rock. If this was a slightly different kind of game, I would almost think that we could do something to, like, disturb that and open up a cave, but I think it's just some different kind of texture here. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure what we might find here. I don't think, like, any of these trees are going to be choppable, but I did bring the axe just in case. I would imagine that we'll find some polar bears somewhere. But all this scrap is very welcome. That is by far what we are needing the most still at the moment. And speaking of polar bears, I do see one roaming around right over there. I grabbed all of our trade tokens because I am hoping that there's a little trade post up there. Hoping our inventory manages to stay empty enough to get us up there, but we will see. Another polar bear down on that side. And I don't think there's really too much else, unless there's like secret caves, but I don't really anticipate that being the case. So let's run up the hill and see if there happens to be a trade post by the antenna up here. Because I would appreciate that. The music fading out makes me think that might be the case. Yep, I hear trade post music. Very, very good. Because we are long overdue for another trade post stop. Oh, and it's guarded by a polar bear. Oh, I missed. There we go. One polar bear dealt with at least. I think I missed 2 shots here somewhere. And if I don't find the other arrow, I don't find the other arrow. Maybe I just missed one. We'll tell ourselves that. And keep on exploring. Let's grab the rest of these supplies. And then we will see what this trading post has to offer. Oh, and there goes our inventory. I did kind of bring a lot of stuff. Coconut beet is a recipe we already have. A cooked potato we could actually use to eat right now. Oh, I have a lot of chicken. I thought I only had 3. let's see. I tell you what, we don't need rocks. We don't need those arrows. We'll go ahead and eat that potato. And... oh, and that is an actual drink of the coconut beet. Excellent. Wait, is that another? Ooh, there's another crate here. Alright, so we're gonna have to just make a couple trips. But that is all good. So, first things first, we need to sell some fish. We've got a decent number here, and I don't think we're gonna quite get all the way up to tier 3. That is a shame. But while we're here, let's go ahead and... how's our inventory space? Much better. Okay. Let's go ahead and top off our bait. And that gets us full on all of that kind of bait. Here, I can condense our trash cubes a bit. Okay. Now, tier 2. You guys didn't get to see the tier 2 stuff, at least, like, live with me last time. So, this is where I at least got our blueprints here. It looks like we can get some fun hats. But otherwise, let's see, we've got a tic-tac-toe and some other ingredients. Oh, you know what? We should honestly just get scrap. That is something that we have been so short on that I think that makes sense. There's a couple other things in here that we don't have a lot of, or that we don't have, sorry. We don't have a compass, we don't have an air horn, which apparently is used to scare off the polar bears, we learned. And then we could get some more chili and turmeric. It's just gonna be managing inventory. So, don't know the best way to maybe go about this. Wait, did we get the hearty stew recipe? I'm not sure that we did. How about I grab the hearty stew recipe and we make a quick trip back down to the raft. We can drop some of this stuff off, and then I'm curious. Okay, we will have to do a little bit of digging still while we're here. I did bring the good old metal detector, but our inventory is too full to use it right now. But yeah, we can run back to the raft here, take a quick snooze, drop some of this stuff off, and head right back on up. Alright, well, it may be morning, but I did not exactly sleep till morning, because it's also not really morning, it's actually late afternoon. I went ahead, and since we were so close to getting to tier 3, I mean, maybe not all that close, but we were within striking distance. I figured that I would go ahead and use all of that bait that we just purchased and see if we could grab enough fish to get us all the way up to tier 3, since we are at one of these islands with a trading post. So, I've got a bunch of fish in hand. You can see here, and we're gonna go trade those in and see what kind of reputation that gets us up to. It should push us firmly into the tier 3 category. I'm also gonna grab this crate while I am thinking about it, so that'll be very easy for me to forget. So, first things first, we're gonna start selling these things. Okay, yeah, we were actually closer than I remembered. So let's get rid of all of our tier 1 fish, and then this should very easily... oh yeah, we are now an expert merchant. We got that achievement. I know you guys can't see those achievements pop up, but there we go. So now tier 3 is unlocked. And we've got even more stuff available. All right. Oh, a pirate hat? I mean, I think that this is also, wait, somewhat airtight. I can't imagine that this actually works, but I mean, if it does, that'd be cool. Okay, well, we've got a lot of money still. So hopefully we can get some good stuff here. Advanced scarecrows. I think actually, you guys were mentioning this in the comments recently, that we can actually get these advanced scarecrows that will permanently stay, will stay put, the seagulls won't destroy them, and we can protect our crops for good, as this says right here in this description. They are quite expensive. So we'll start with 1, 2 for now. I know we could get multiple, but I mean, that's already really taken a bite out of our trade coins. Let's see, a fridge. That's basically just gonna be decorative, because food in this game does not spoil. So I don't think we really care about that. Now, a drawbridge. That seems really cool. I don't know if we have a good functional way to use it. But I think that we might get one of each kind and see if we might wanna do that. Blueprints. I should definitely get. They are also pretty pricey, but we're gonna get one of each blueprint, since that way we can be in charge of making stuff. So how are we doing here? We've got the blueprints, couple scarecrows, and the drawbridges. Okay. The surfboard would be kind of a cool decoration, but that's probably lower on my priority list. Collecting the cassettes is kind of a cool thing, but we can always come back for that. Was there anything in tier 2 we really needed? Oh, it wouldn't hurt for us to stock up somewhat on some of these materials, like juniper, or even down here in tier 1, to get the chili and turmeric that we can't grow ourselves. I know we have no juniper. I'll get a couple of those for now, and then what else do we maybe want to get here? I'm really curious if the diving helmet actually lets us breathe better underwater. And it probably will look kind of cool. So I think we're gonna get that. I mean, a Viking horn could be cool, but I think there's better uses of our trade coins for now. Maybe we get some more spices. There's definitely more stuff I wouldn't mind buying, but I think some spices might not be bad. So if I get 2 of those and 1 more of those, okay. That does it for our trade coins, and we can at least, though, get some tier 3 bait. And we can spend at least our last trade coin if we wanted to get some more titanium ore. That's not a bad idea. And would you look at that? It is already nighttime. Actually, it is raining here on this island. That's interesting. Since it was snowing at our last, snowy island. Let's see if we can hit up these buried treasures. Oh, we got a safe. That's the best kind of buried treasure. A couple more titanium ore. Got 3 more. That's not bad. Some biofuel along with it. Hopefully there's some more stuff to dig up while we're here. But yeah, we'll check this out, and then we can be on our way. Well, I just got back to the raft in time for it to be daytime right as I laid down in bed, so that's pretty funny. We did get one more ping on our metal detector, but it was nothing too exciting. It was just a one of the like scrap pile types of metal detector finds, however you want to call that, but I mean, hey, I won't complain. It's still free stuff. But all right, one thing I want to try out before we cast off here is, does it look like our fancy new hat will actually help us dive any better? So if I jump in, that's kind of how fast our oxygen depletes. And then if I throw that on, I think that's about the same. Alright, so I think it is purely decorative, but you know what? That is okay. That's kind of what I expected. But I do not mind, because I will still enjoy a good hat, even though we basically always play in first person. But to let you guys have a nice look, there we go. There is our fun new diving hat. That's actually pretty cool, and we're looking pretty good with all of our armor on right now, and our backpack. That's not too shabby. But yeah, I think that we should be all set to go ahead and try to get ourselves out of here. All right, well, we are well on our way now. We've left the icy lands of Temperance behind us now, and we've got nothing but open ocean ahead of us. We can get back to just collecting the debris floating on ahead, and get back to doing some work here on our raft. Now you see that little tiny island behind us actually did actually leave behind Temperance, and that other large Temperance-like island that we started off today's episode at a while ago, and ran into this island and actually did a quick dive to go grab just a bit more scrap there, since again, we are just perpetually out of scrap at this point. So I did do that real quick, just so that we can hopefully have a bit more scrap to work with today. But yeah, other than that, we are basically back underway, and good to get going on some projects today. So really, first things first, we need to get going with the new tech that we learned at Temperance, and it looks like we do still have actually a couple of recipes that we need to research, and I think those are what we got at the trading post, so we can actually make a fancier water bottle now. We can make the actual canteen, so that is good news. And we also have the detail plank. Now I had played around with the detail plank a little bit in creative, and I think that we're going to be able to fix this problem. So right now, I'm trying to just continue walking forward. You can tell by my character kind of bobbing just a little bit, and I can't just walk here, and it's a little bit frustrating. But I think we're going to be able to put some detail planks to kind of improve the ramp here, and fix that problem. So that's actually a really nice thing, even just aside from the decorative aspect of it, that we were able to get and research. So that's going to be good. But really, what we need to take, what needs to take priority today are some of the fancier pieces of equipment that we now have blueprints for, and I think that the number one thing has got to be the advanced stationary anchor. The reason why is this description right here. Works remotely with the engine controls, so we can start and stop the engine and raise and lower the anchor with our engine controls that are up top in the navigation deck. So let's see if we have enough stuff to get all this together. The 8 titanium is going to be the main problem. Okay, we have enough regular metal ingots, so I'm just gonna go get 6 more titanium ore cooked up. And otherwise, let's see, we just need 4 metal ingots. And I guess actually we're just gonna need 2 additional titanium once these 6 are cooked up. We need 4 bolts and some rope and planks. It looks like we also do have a little tiny island coming up, and it may not be a bad idea to once again stop off there and do a quick scrap dive. Just because, again, that has just unfortunately been such the limiting factor on so many of our projects. Oh, and would you look at this? We actually have a full batch of titanium already in here. So, I mean, with that, that's a stationary anchor right there. Oh, we had it. Okay, so what do we need to be able to do this? So it's still a 3x3 area, it looks like. And I think that we're gonna want this nearby all of the navigation stuff, but we can still kind of hide it. So I'm kind of thinking we do our stationary anchor right in here. We may have to move that, but can we do... No, we cannot. What are we blocked by? Can it not have a ceiling above it? I wonder if the those bars are gonna block it. Okay, actually we are not really headed that well toward that island. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. How can I test this without breaking the upper story? Well, first of all, let's just make sure there's nothing weird. Okay, so it is just one hole that we need to plop it down. So I can do that, and we're all good, and it's a remote control. So that is all good. And if I were to theoretically try to build, I thought even that you could build directly on top of this. Alright, well let's pick this back up. I don't think I have the supplies to fill that hole in properly. Oh, maybe I do. Okay, good. No animals falling through the raft then. Is there another spot in here I could try? Not really. You know what? We're just going to... I'll show you yeah, my nice mock-up of our creative world. I've been you'll get to see some sneak peeks at things that I've been thinking about that might happen on this raft in the future. Ooh, but maybe I'll be able to hide them from you. Because we're already in a little tower area. Alright, so I'll break that down. I don't know how that's staying in place. We're just gonna chop it down. But okay, so if I break that hole now, let's go ahead and Let's grab a advanced stationary anchor. Put that here. And it still doesn't like that. Let me see if it's anything that's placed above. I guess we can get rid of everything above it. And it is okay with that. So, can we have a ceiling? So far, yes. Alright, can I put a beam that goes over it? Yes. Can I put this stuff back in? Yes. Okay, I'm wondering now then if this is a thing where we just have to do things in a set order. I'm intentionally trying to look down here so you guys don't see too many of our secret ideas that are coming up. So I can put all of that in. Now can I put the ladder in? Ladder can go back in. Okay, so I think what we're gonna have to do to get the stationary anchor in the bottom of one of these towers. It seems like we have to take everything apart and then put it back together, which is, you know, a little bit annoying. But, you know, sometimes that's what we gotta do. Alright, well, we can save that. And let's swap back to our real world here. But sometimes I like doing tests like that, in just a creative world real quick. That way we don't have to end up wasting a bunch of materials doing trial and error in our actual raft. If it's just like with planks and plastic, I don't mind wasting those materials as much because we have a lot of those and they're really easy to come by. But right now, again, I know I sound like a broken record, but scrap is hard to come by, and so breaking down support pillars, that is a bit painful. And so I like to avoid doing it when I can. Anything that takes nails in the recipe. And so it's a little unfortunate we're gonna have to do that a bit, but that is okay. Now, the lucky thing is we are not gonna have to take all of these chests off the wall, because, oh, I'm accidentally falling through. They're attached to the wall. They're not attached to the floor, so I can bust that floor out and it's not gonna cause a problem. The one last thing I might intentionally take out is this wall. That shouldn't cause us any problems, and then we can take out a 3x3 space. I might try leaving this corner in for now. Gonna leave in as much as I can, and we're just gonna kind of see what happens. Oh, interesting. That destroyed our cross supports. I guess that wasn't anchored into that wall. That is unfortunate. Alright, well, so much for saving some of those. Alright, so what way do we want this oriented? I guess it almost looks like this might have like a oh no, that's just where the cables are. I think this gives us like the most usable space in the room if we have this set up like that. So let's try that, and then let's go back up top, and I think from here it might be the easiest to get this flooring back in place. Alright, so those are the easy ones. We can get this triangle back in the proper orientation. This wall needs to be a window. And then we're going to need to grab, some more planks. That is easy enough. And let's just grab all of our nails. And from here, we might hop down below. Alright, come on, work with me here. There we go. There we go, cross support. Get these last floors in, and there we go. Our stationary anchor is in place. So, right now, that is up. We are going to remove this anchor. And then let's come up here, and that should have dropped the anchor. And indeed it did. Very cool. So yeah, so we can't even like manually control it at all. That's very interesting. But I mean, ultimately, that's totally fine. Okay, so we can come back in here also now. And we can put this ladder back in. And let's see, we took out a couple of items as we were doing this. So there's our research table. There is the trash can. Let's see, down below, we did take out the lantern, which we can actually still tuck right back in the center spot of the room. That is the anchor room. And now we just have a spare anchor that I could throw in storage, or we could just ditch. I mean, we're never gonna use that anchor again. I'm out of storage for it. I'm just gonna set it in the trash can for now. We won't actually trash it just yet, in case I think of some reason throughout this episode why we might want to keep it. I mean, I guess we could maybe desire an extra manual anchor somewhere else on the raft, potentially. But yeah, I think that means now, if I grab some more plastic, that we can fill in the deck fully here. That is not where the plastic lives, that is. We can fill that on in, get rid of this railing, and there's now no fear of our animals falling through because the anchor is not in the middle of the raft. Now, that being said, it may not hurt for me to go ahead and put in that same kind of protective railing right here. Oh, and we are anchored still. I should probably go lift that so we keep gathering some resources. So that should be... There we go. That is up. We are moving. Excellent. Well, that is, that honestly has been one of the things that I've been most excited to get on our raft. Yeah, that is huge. Well, let's go take a little snooze, get some daylight again, and, move on to some more projects. Potentially, you know, make a little supply run here around the raft. At least clear out the front end there. Oh, yes, thank you. Oh, I was trying to pick up the egg, not you. We can drop some of these supplies off in the kitchen. Let's see, we should maybe cook a bit more food. Do we have any cooked food I should carry on me? Here, I'll carry the salmon because we're going to be hungry in a second. Very good. Alright, well let's put these supplies away. Oh yeah, we're doing really good on blank production and everything. Nails can go back there. Scrap is still holding in there. Haven't used too much yet this episode. Alright, and then let's go recycle some palm leaves. So, our next project, I think that we got, I don't remember if we got the bigger biofuel things, or if it was the fancier smelter. I know we got one of those two recipes recently. So, let's check it out. Ooh, making the nicer grill, that's gonna be on our to-do list for sure. Let's see. Biofuel refiner, that is... Yeah, oh, and the smelter. We got both. Okay. So... we're gonna need to get going on dry bricks again. That's good to know. Biofuel refiner. Okay, so each of these items takes 6 titanium ingots. How are we doing on titanium? Let's go take stock of that once I get some more water here. But yeah, I think we'll prioritize both of those new machines over the electric grill still. Ooh, and maybe... yeah, we should probably stop off at some more islands soon to pick up more titanium. Yeah, because we can't even make 2 machines at the moment. Because that'll get us to 11. 11 titanium, and that is not quite good enough. So, let's divert slightly over toward this island. We'll pick up scrap. We'll use our metal detector to see if we can find some stuff that might contain titanium, and that will be good. Alright, so... I honestly kind of want to get the biofuel refiner going first. Just because... I'd like to really get that whole engine room kind of in its final state. And we're not far off. Go a little bit more directly to it again. Alright. Honestly, I think that is probably close enough to the island for me. But yeah, let's make the that one biofuel refiner real quick, and then we'll go ashore and or not just ashore but also underwater, and look for what else we need. Should probably also get some more just regular metal cooking up. We've got a lot of metal ore, we just don't have much of it smelted. Okay, so I need 8 metal ingots. Yes, like that's gonna take almost all of our currently smelted metal. Which, you know what? That right there is already gonna change my mind. I think we do need to do the smelter first. So... Alright, I'm changing my mind again, because we need to dry out bricks. But we can get that started. We need 10 dry bricks, which means we need to make wet bricks. So... How are we doing on all of this stuff? I know that we need clay for some other things. So that would be 1. Let's get enough that we can make 2 smelters. And we'll go from there. We're just gonna have our nice little... There we go. There's our pile of wet bricks, and we'll let those dry out for a while. And we'll use those eventually. I have been collecting clay on almost all of my scrap dives, so we'll just keep doing that and replenish our clay stockpiles as well. We'll go throw some more metal in the current furnaces here in just a second. But yeah, okay. Biofuel refiner. I've got 8 ingots, 6 ingots. I need a bolt or hinge. Right now we're doing a lot better on hinges. And I need a stack of plastic. Okay. There is 1 advanced biofuel refiner. So let's go hook this thing up. Alright, so basically how I was envisioning doing this is that we can just hook these up just like this. And then I'll be able to put another one right there. And we can either like fill this line with tanks, or if we want to take it around here, we can have a bunch of more fuel tanks. But the nice thing about this is that, like, so we'll fill this with honey. Do I have any honey? I do. So this can hold a lot more honey than the other refiners. And then we'll be able to dump just a bunch of raw food in there. So, like, let's go get... that's not the kitchen anymore. Let's go get something we have a lot of. I mean, we do have a lot of potatoes. But I was kind of thinking of watermelon. Let's grab like a stack of coconuts. We can grab a couple stacks of potatoes. Yeah, let's start with that and, see if that gets us pretty far here. But we can get this going, and you can even see that little dial on the left-hand side shows us how full the tank is, and I think that actually just about perfectly filled it up, and we'll be able to see how full its individual tank is right there. And I don't know if we would be able to pull just like a can of biofuel off it if it wasn't hooked up to anything. But since we have basically everything that runs off of biofuel all hooked up in here, it basically doesn't matter. So we have extra storage tanks that it can fill up. We've got the electric battery charger that it can power. And then we've got all of our engines. So all of that works pretty well, that it can directly fuel. And then again, we can get another one of those placed right here, and we can basically balance just hooking up more biofuel refiners and just straight up fuel tanks in here. And then we'll eventually I'll try to use up like all of the honey and stuff that we've got in these, so that we're not wasting food. But I mean, ultimately, if we waste a little bit, it is what it is. And then basically, we can take these out for good, not worry about it, and everything will just all automatically be hooked up on the pipe. And that way, we don't have to worry about always grabbing the individual cans of that, running them over here, and then if they're ever too full, we have to worry about plopping them in here and being like, oh no. So actually, while I'm seeing that, I see that that tank isn't quite full. We can go ahead and top it off. I think this tank is actually the same. Just because, yeah, like, it's a little bit like, what's the point of having biofuel stored if we can just have it all hooked up to the system? So, anyway, that is good news. Let's go swap our smelting out. Let's see if we can grab some more legs here. Some drumsticks. Shoot, that needs some more planks so that we can do our smelting. It's at least a couple. Is that just like literally a moment away from finishing, hopefully? We'll find out in a moment. But you know what? We'll just leave it be. Let's just grab what we need for our little salvaging effort and go for a dive. All right, let's go ahead and dive. I did go ahead and we had some fully prepped meals in storage. So I went ahead and ate those, and that way our food and water's taken care of. And it's just so dark. I'm actually running back here real quick. I think we might go ahead and use some of our diving stuff. It looks like a lot of this island is pretty deep. And I think that might be helpful. So, on one of my last dives, I was able to just kind of ignore the shark, and it all went well. I might try to do the same here. And if I get attacked, we'll deal with it. So we are pros at it by now, you know? I mean, if we can beat the rhino shark, then little old Bruce doesn't seem all that intimidating anymore. Oh, but he's coming! Okay, well, we are gonna have to deal with Bruce then. That's fine. Just gives us more shark meat, which we are, I think, currently out of, so, you know. That is fine by me. There we are. Alright, back to digging for goodies. Alright, hook broke. Let's go grab a new one. I think we'll have to craft a new one. I don't think I have another one on standby at the moment. But let's see. Any hook? I don't think so. Alright. Tools, hooks. We need 4 planks. 4. Need 2 rope. 1, 2. 6 scrap I've already got on me, and a bolt. And craft. Alright, let's get back to it. This is a very densely packed little reef. I feel like I keep like circling right back around to where I had been gathering things and still just finding more and more. But hey, I'll take it. I'd rather it be that than feeling like I'm not getting anything out of the whole island, so. Alright, well I think I got about everything from the dive. We're looking pretty good here. We got a lot of scrap, a lot of ore, yeah, already are getting pretty recovered on our, like halfway recovered on our clay and sand, basically, for what we used up to start working toward our our fancy new smelters. So we'll start working on the stuff here on the shore, make a trip back, and then we'll probably use our metal detector to get the last of the stuff here on this island. Ooh, we got a briefcase here, not bad. And, okay, just one titanium, I think. Oh well. I'll take it still. That should get us, I think literally one titanium is all we needed to get us to a second advanced machine. So, you know, it is better than nothing. So let's throw that in a smelter and put this last stuff away, and we can be on our way. Alright. The stuff is stored, the sun is rising. Let's get back underway here. Let's raise our anchor, turn the engines on. Let's just throw it in reverse for a second. And we can... Hello! Put that back forward. And get going right back with the wind. There we go. Now I know we've passed up our main destination, but that's alright. We're still just gonna be... We're just chilling for a bit, working on our raft before we hit up Utopia. So that is just fine. Okay, alright, yeah, we can take off our diving gear and unload some of our shore expeditions equipment. Yeah, we don't need that. We do need that. Oh, don't need that. There we go. And let's put away our bow and arrow. There we go. Back to just our raft work kind of stuff. So, let's see. One thing that would be nice to be able to do is get some more of our fancy, tree crop plots, in place. Now I know those are really expensive, but if we can do that, we can kind of get more of our garden stuff set up. And that would be really nice. Because it's still going to be a bit before we can get too much of our other smelters or refiners in. Yeah, the wind turbines are going to have to wait until we can get more titanium as well. And right now, the our main battery charger is working just fine anyway. So yeah, that would be here. Advanced crop plot. So it takes a dozen nails to make one of those. Alright, let me start dragging some of this scrap in here. And I need 3 in order to get one, like, little section. Let's see if I can get all 4 in. So that'd be what, 36, 72, 108 nails total? Alright. That will do it for nails. Because I need 3, 6, 9 crop plots. So that means 9 bolts, 36 rope, 20, the 4 less than 40, there we go, 36 rope. Oh gosh, oh, and then the same amount of planks as nails, which was 108, so 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, and 9. So we'll round up. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. A bunch of gigantic crop plots. Oh my, we're headed straight for another island. That is perfectly fine. Ultimately, that's a good thing. Let's get that bird harvested real quick. That'll be good for us. And let's start over on this side, because we've got some of these already in place that we can use as reference. Now, 4 of these are already in the correct spot. Yeah, so we're gonna end up starting kind of in the middle. And if I remember right, okay, the middle of these goes just past there. Okay, okay. Let's see if I can get this placed reasonably well. I think I might need to go, yeah, just a bit farther than that. So it'll be something... Was that right? Goes, yeah, just a bit past the middle. Okay, so it'll be closer to in line with the one that I just placed. That one is also going to have to move. It's not correct either, but... Oh, I think right now, in the actual game, there would be some big waves. But... since we're, Oh, no, our problem is that we're actually running into the island. That's why we're drifting strangely. Let's see. Let's, run up here. Let's, back up just a bit. That's good. Let's throw that anchor down and turn the engines off. That's much better. Wow, we reached that island a lot faster than I anticipated. Okay, now let's see if I can actually get this lined up nicely without us moving around. So I think right around there should have us lined up with that other set pretty well. Yeah. So that's like just a bit, yeah, just a bit past. All right, so then we spaced those other crop plots. Yeah, they really are just in the middle, just pushed out. So we just pull that more or less straight out. Pull that more or less straight out. And then same with these. I guess if we're assuming that those were straight, I don't need to try to measure it off of the other large tree crop plot. But yeah, so we'll end up doing that. And then getting everything planted in there. And then we can get batteries in all of those other spots as well. Now, one thing someone else was suggesting, since we were having some trouble keeping everything watered, we may as well move some of these dirt plots to get watered as well by our sprinklers. So it won't like quite nicely line up. Like it'd be nice if the grass did kind of line up here. But if we do it here, the grass will actually will line up and always be watered. So at least this is kind of all a nice grassy section. But if I were to put another grass plot right here, it would not get watered. As much as like I would love to have more grass right there. It just that's not the way that the sprinklers distribution works. So but yeah, you can see the grass already is growing right there. So we might go ahead and do that, and we'll get more grass plots for when we start working on the other side as well. I'll let those get eaten before I disrupt them. But we can put those down. And maybe let's go ahead and at least get the tree seeds. Oh, that's not the storage room anymore. I haven't made that mistake in a while. Let's see, seeds are down here. So we've been doing, for now, 1 mango and 2 palm, but we're gonna need to do that twice over. And then while we're here, what does it take to make our grass plot? We're gonna need, we've already got 4 made, and I need 12, so I need to make 8 more, I think. So 8 more takes 2 per, so I need 16 dirt. Planks, 6 times 8 is 48. And plastic, 4 times 8 is 32. And that should do it. All right. There we go. I did my mental math right. Okay, so that should be all of those plots, and then batteries. We do need a bunch of batteries. I may as well get those done while we're up here as well. How are we doing on copper ingots? We've got 6. I think that's literally what we need. 3 per, so we need 18 scrap, and then 36 plastic. Let's see, get that up to 16. All right. Bunch of batteries. So, let's see. Let me get those in hand. We want palm trees on the outside with a mango. I think I may have called that birch earlier by accident. With that in the middle. We'll throw that battery down. And we will throw that battery down. And those 3 trees plus that grass should all get watered. Thank you for the eggs. So once that water pushes through, this all should get watered. I'd like that to be confirmed. Yes. Yes, those did get watered. Okay. Now we can go to bed. Maybe. Maybe. Come on, it looks an awful lot like nighttime to me. There we go. Alright, well let's get the other side of our raft all set up here. Man, those grew super fast. But yeah, let's get the other side of our raft all set up here. And get those trees in place on this side as well. So we can grab all of those. And then get the planters out. So it's something like that. How'd we do? Oh, that is like spot on. There's that. I think I kind of lost it there. All right. Push that straight up. There we go. Push that straight up. There we go. Here we go. Alright, there are those in. Let's get those 6 grass plots. And we'll get all the batteries for this one at the end. So, tree plot is something like that. How do we do? It needs to go a little bit past that. Something like that. Okay, even a little bit further than that one. Got it. Alright. So, something like right there. Should be pretty good. Yeah, that's... You know what? No. We're gonna be picky here. So I think, given that this is like adding to our walkway, I think more space is gonna be better. So if it was too far, I would have left it. But too short, I think we cannot let fly. Let's get that in place. Let's get that in place. And get the other side here real quick. Ooh, nice and careful. There we are. And 1, 2. Right. I'm like, wait. I miscounted. I did not. They're just already constructed over here. And we may still come back and put some grass in the middle. I don't know. But, you know, if we're gonna have some sprinklers set up, we may as well have them. Actually watering our grass. So, alright. There are the palm trees. Here are the mango trees. And last but not least, let's get some batteries going here. Get the water pumps active. And 1 sprinkler. 2 sprinklers. And there we go. We've got our nice, creepy, advanced scarecrows also already in place to hopefully be defending, all these crop plots. And, oh no, these are just a bit too far. So this is why you do have to be pretty careful on the exact placement. So these trees did not get watered here. They need to be, like, just a bit closer. Alright, we're gonna pick those up, and then just to make sure that, like, the extra height of the grass doesn't cause issues, we're going to lift that up as well. I'm just kind of bringing them in just a touch. Now, unfortunately, those seeds are basically wasted. But that is the seed type we have the most of. So, do you work now? One of you does. Interesting. Alright. Well, we go again. I'm gonna have to go once again, get another seed. Let's try that. So I guess I went a little bit too far on trying to push that out a bit. Seeds. I'm counting on this to work. Hold up. Okay, looking at that line, it's still not as far in as the other. That is more than the other. I don't want it to be like too noticeable, you know? So let's try like that. Still need to go just a bit more. I don't have anything like super placeable that I can use as a reference. Let's see. Alright. Lining it up with that. Pull it out till we're good. Okay, that's better. I know I'm being super picky, like you guys may not even really be able to see the difference there. Yeah, we finally got it. Okay. So what? Man, that really is not a whole lot different than a lot of these. So yeah, we really are playing with the very edges of what that sprinkler can water. But that is all right. That's kind of what the goal was. So that then once all of this, like, we kind of step back, that we've got it so it's taken up a lot of green space, but we're not having to use like a crazy amount of sprinklers to do that. So now coming back and looking at this side, you can kind of get the more full effect. Now, I think that the presence of the grass might actually be kind of confusing our goat here. I think it's trying to go straight for it and can't figure it out. Because, like, if I bring you over here, then you're just trying to walk through the wall into the garden. But there you go. Now you're trying to path to the grass. And you're gonna do it. Yeah. So, you know, animal pathing isn't always the best, but ooh, we don't have, but I wonder if we can still almost like trap the animals in there. It would be kind of a tight space to do so, but If we... Is there any way to... do what I want to do here? Not really. Because the fence gets grumpy. Interesting. Well, I'm gonna have to think on that a little bit. Because yeah, if we could like trap the animals in here, that would not be a bad way to keep them fed while still having a decent amount of green space, and not tricking them with the pathing. Now, something we could do is maybe almost using these as the fence. Like here, this will be easy to put back in place. Like if we literally did, something like this instead, and then maybe pushed that in to that gap or something, and then just physically brought the animals in here so they're always trapped in this area. That could potentially work, and then we just obviously hop the gap just like we do whenever we're actually leaving the raft. That could maybe be an idea for like kind of animal storage, or if we're really trying to maximize garden usage, we put like a bunch of these like this in a row, like see if we can sneak 4 of those in there up to that tree on each side, and still again kind of trap the animals in, and that way there's like a decent amount of garden bed, and but then again the animals can be trapped in here with the grass. That might be an option that we look into, and can be kind of a middle ground of what we're doing here already. There we go. So yeah, I'll have to think on that, but I like that we're finally getting all this all the green space in. I'm probably just gonna leave these trees here for now. That may not be permanent, but since we're not chopping them, it's not like they're going anywhere. Even though we would have to like water manually if they're gonna, if we were to chop them down and put something else there. But for now, it just, again, it adds more greenery to the raft, and keeps it from just being too much of a brown wasteland. So I think that is pretty good. So I think that the last thing that I want to do here before we wrap up for the day is grab our last piece of titanium and get a new fancy smelter made. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, all right. Well, let's see what we can do here. Smelters. We need 6 of these. And then we need a circuit board, which I believe takes at least one of these coppers being smelted. Dang it! Well, let's get that done real quick. And I may have a circuit board somewhere. I think I did end up using the one circuit board that we had accidentally created. Let me see. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Oh, we need 2 copper ingots. Oh, no. Let's just, let's try to go make a bunch. Alright, our copper finally finished. Here is a circuit board. Let's go find that smelter again. Here we go, electric smelter. Raft. And I'm also realizing that that is going to take a battery. We have a battery on the charger. Let's go grab that and also maybe get a little bit of meat here on the way. There we go. Sorry, goat. You don't get to go in the engine room. Let's pick up that battery. And, it will be very nice the day that we can replace these with advanced batteries. But that won't be today. Alright. Electric smelter. Why don't I have almost any of the things? I picked up the dry bricks. Where did they go? Oh, I already made the smelter, guys. What am I saying? Oh my, that is big. Alright. Get out of here. And, alright. Up against the wall. That is roughly center. Bring it out till it's good. And maybe. There we go. Ooh, that is a beefy machine. Maybe I should have put it against one of the different walls, but that is okay. There we go. So one of these can hold 3 different items. Let's go grab some different things to smelt. So, basically, on one of the walls where we have 2 smelters right now, we're going to be able to have 3 items smelting at once instead. So now instead of 6, we have 8. You know what? Let's do 4 and 4 for now, because we do need both copper and metal. So let's get a little bit of copper in here. Let's get a little bit of metal going, and oh yeah, that thing is fancy. But you know, I will still keep using these. And actually, you know what? I'll wait till that is done. Well, actually, we could just, we'll throw it in right here. There we go. I don't have anything to put in it, but we may as well just put that, our old-fashioned smelter still in here. Because, you know, it's still certainly usable, but dang, that thing looks cool. I'll be curious to see how long a battery lasts. Like, is this gonna die after smelting one set of items? This is definitely a machine where I feel like having advanced batteries makes a lot of sense. But hey, that is all right. I feel like once we get those advanced batteries made, we're gonna be able to be just absolutely just producing everything, you know? And we can get a few windmills going to charge them up, not even have to worry about using our biofuel. Although, again, our new biofuel system makes it so that I don't even mind that we're using biofuel. Because it's so easy now. Oh, we are running out of food. Let's go run to the kitchen real quick. But yeah, I'm very pleased with what we've been able to accomplish today. That is, oh no, our shark meat didn't cook. Well, that's no good. Hopefully that finishes up here pretty quick, because we need food. But yeah, we've, you know, that's a few very advanced machines now that we've got in. I love that we have the advanced anchor now. That has been something that I have been so ready to get installed. Our navigation controls have just been taunting me with that little anchor button since we've had them installed for so long now. I mean, that's been so many episodes back that we put those in place. And it's just been a useless little anchor switch until now. So I am very pleased that works. All right, this shark meat is just taking far too long. We're just gonna munch on some raw eggs. Everybody's favorite meal. But yeah, I think, I know that I said the smelter was going to be the last thing that we were going to do, but I'm actually curious about the range of our advanced scarecrow. Alright, I don't have any potatoes and stuff in there anymore. I think they're all in the kitchen. So for now, I'm just gonna plant a whole bunch of potatoes, and I'm particularly concerned with the like farthest away the ones farthest away from the scarecrow to see if they will work. But yeah, I at least want to get all of that in. I'm one potato short of being able to fill in one whole side here. But yeah, I'm curious to see, will the scarecrow actually protect all of those plants from getting eaten by the seagull? And I think I'll move that nest as well. I think putting those, let's just put them all here on the main keep. We'll just make those proper like that. Yeah, we'll just do all of those on the main keep. That way they're not right next to the plants. We'll let those grow up, and I'm just gonna leave them for a while and see if the seagulls mess with it at all. And more so just as a test of, do we need to get more scarecrows or not? And if they appear to be all good, then that's fantastic news. We'll be able to just kind of farm without fear then, right there. And I might get maybe like flowers or something planted on this side, knowing that we're gonna want that for paint. And I think that maybe paint might be something that we really start focusing on next episode. I think that either some combination of paint and getting some things really going with our main keep here. And hopefully between episodes I will have some time to stop off at a few more islands and gather the ever elusive scrap and use our metal detector to hopefully grab a bit more titanium, since you know, we're gonna be needing a fair amount of that to keep getting our advanced machinery built. As you know, if we can get more of these advanced electric smelters, getting a full room of those would be awesome. Getting at least one more advanced oh shoot, what's it called? Biofuel refiners would be really good. Yeah, all of that kind of stuff. Like, I'd love to keep enhancing what we've got, and we still have things like the electric grill, the windmill, and then all of the like advanced batteries that are going to help all of the batteries that we now have all over this raft just last longer. And so, yeah, so we definitely need a lot more titanium. So yeah, I will do my best to stop off at a few islands, as well as do another dive and such at the one we are currently stopped at. And try to do that between episodes. And next time, yeah, I think my tentative plan will be that we can hopefully maybe start on some of the keep structure and or maybe do some painting around the raft. I know that I've mentioned actually getting started on using the paint a couple times now, and it just kind of keeps slipping my mind until the very end. So, yeah, I think that will do it for today, as the sun is setting on this day in Raft. And yeah, if you guys did enjoy this episode, as we got a bunch of new fancy schmancy upgrades here on this castle raft, be sure to leave a like on the episode. Definitely helps me out a lot, helps more people to discover the series. Other than that, make sure that you guys are subscribed so that you get notified when the next episode drops, and we keep making even more impressive improvements to this mighty raft. Other than that, I hope that you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you all very soon with some more raft action. See ya!